Look around. Everything you see is a lie. You trust your reality, but your brain is actually a brilliant fraudster. It's not processing the world, it's inventing it. Right now, your nervous system is deleting 99% of all incoming data. This isn't just filtering. This is a deliberate neurological act of censorship designed for survival. You live in a ghost reality, a perfectly curated simulation running milliseconds behind the present moment. We are breaking down the terrifying scientific mechanism proving your immediate life is a heavily edited highlights reel. What did your brain just erase? Imagine 11 million bits of raw sensory information hitting your nervous system every single second. 11 million. But your brain only allows 40 of those bits to reach consciousness. 40. 010 to 015. The visualization funnels the data down rapidly until only a trickle of 40 bits remains, emphasizing the dramatic percentage drop. You should see blackness. But you don't. Your brain fabricates those lost moments. It invents continuity. It paints over the gaps to make sure the world looks stable. 038 to 045. Close-up on the back of the skull, showing neurological pathways lighting up, actively painting a continuous visual field. This raises the ultimate unsettling question. If survival demands that the brain must constantly filter and delay, how much of your free will is simply a highly automated, pre-programmed editing function? 052 to 1 o'clock. Slow, intense zoom on a deep thought or contemplation pose. The light fades quickly. On average, your brain takes 80 milliseconds, 0.8 of a second, to process a touch, a sound, or a flash of light, and deliver it to your consciousness. 110 to 117. A quick animation showing a touch on a finger, with a red signal trace racing up the arm, but visibly hitting a slight, 80 milliseconds delay gate before reaching the simulated consciousness center. That is an eternity in the world of physics. But the brain doesn't just process slowly, it intentionally waits. 117 to 124. Fast-paced montage of high-speed video clips, a bullet tearing through an apple, a breaking light bulb, all slowed down to emphasize the vastness of milliseconds. Consider lightning and thunder. Light hits your visual cortex instantly, but the sound takes longer to physically travel and even longer to process neurologically. 130 to 137. Footage of a severe thunderstorm. Intense flash of lightning. Then, a visible, calculated pause before the sound wave graphic hits the ear illustration. Your sensory reality is never pure. It is a constantly running negotiation between what your eyes report, what your ears hear, and what your brain thinks makes the most sense. 2 to 207. Quick shots of various conflicting sensory environments, loud music with flashing lights, confusing textures. All inputs flow into a centralized, stylized negotiation chamber in the brain. The brain's goal isn't perfect accuracy. It's survival. It is the world's most sophisticated editing bay, constantly performing predictive maintenance on your perception. 215 to 223. Footage of a person driving or making a quick decision. The camera focuses on the subtle, delayed reaction time hidden beneath apparent speed. This neurological deceit ensures our functioning, but at a profound cost to our direct connection with the present. The reality you trust is simply the most useful lie your brain could come up with. 223 to 230. The image shifts to a digital rendering of a human head, where the skull seems to open slightly, revealing perfectly organized, beautiful clockwork mechanisms inside, but with a warning light flashing slight delay. We call this intentional blindness. The optic nerve alone streams nearly 10 million bits of data every second. Yet, your consciousness only processes maybe 40 of those bits. 247 to 255. Footage of a busy, complex street scene. The camera quickly focuses and unfocuses on specific details: a red car, a flashing sign, illustrating how the mind selects targets and ignores the overwhelming background noise. Everything else, it's filtered out, permanently erased before it even registers. Your perceived environment is not reality. It is the most economical summary your biology can provide. 255 to 302. Abstract visualization of neurological data flowing into a digital shredder icon, where the data disappears instantly, leaving no trace. It takes your memories, your context, and your expectations and instantly fills the void. You are not experiencing the present moment. You are experiencing a highly optimized prediction of what the present moment should be. 309 to 317, a side-by-side comparison. Left side, raw input messy, incomplete lines. Right side, conscious output perfectly smooth, continuous image. The smooth image is being rendered fractions of a second early. The brain doesn't just present the information. It selects the specific version of reality that optimizes your next action. It preemptively guides your choices. 340 to 348, a visualization of neurological pathways. Hundreds of options close down automatically, leaving only one clear path forward, pre-selected by an unseen editor mechanism within the brain model. We do not live in the raw present. We inhabit an expertly curated, delayed, and predictive ghost reality, the most sophisticated and useful lie our biology could ever invent to ensure we keep moving forward. 355 to 402, final slow zoom out from the digital human head, which now looks like a perfectly rendered, but subtly filtered, simulation. The image holds steady and clean, concluding the discussion on the nature of our fabricated reality. Smash the like, join the family.